Yo, what's up, everybody? James Carter TV, and what a fourth quarter. The game was pretty good, but I'll say what a fourth quarter. That's one of the best fourth quarters we've seen all year, one of the most exciting fourth quarters, and that's what you get with the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, the Ravens and the Cowboys always have the closest games, except the Ravens get it done. I mean, the Cowboys, they're 50-50 on whether they're not going to get it done. And, well, the Ravens are too this season. They're 50-50 on whether or not they're going to get it done, but they got it done this time, and it's going to be controversial. It's going to be controversial. Why? I don't know. Because the fact of the matter is this. Let's go right to it, and then we'll backtrack afterwards. But first, actually, hold on. If you're new to my channel, click right there and subscribe for more videos. I just had to get that little plug in there. So now, let's go right to the controversial call, and that is Le'Veon Bell getting the touchdown being pulled back because his helmet came off. And it really didn't matter because the Steelers still got the touchdown, so it really doesn't matter. But let me address it. Because people are like, oh, this is such a bad call. What do you mean? How's it a bad call? You don't know the rule. That's the problem. The problem is you don't know the rule. So when something happens that you're not familiar with, you say, oh, no, that's a bad call. Well, I've noticed over the past year now that they've been calling this. You have to watch more football. If you've been watching more football in the past year, you realize, okay, they're calling this as soon as the helmet comes off, the play is dead. So if you've been watching other situations, you know that's the truth. Maybe it's a bad rule. Okay, fine, but I say no because, okay, I hate player safety rules they've added, but this is a great one. Because when you have your helmet off, you are in for some serious trouble. So I love this rule. I'm sorry, I do. Because you know what? This is going to prevent a lot of problems in the NFL when it comes to concussions. You don't want running backs running around with their helmet off. And maybe you say, okay, they can make it a judgment call. They could say, oh, if he looked like he was going to get the touchdown. See, that's too much judgment for me on a review. So you can't, you have to see what's going on in the review. You see the helmet's off, the play's dead. And then that's the rule. All right, that's the rule. So let's get into the entire game. Now, the Steelers, they couldn't get it done when they got to field goal range. They couldn't get into field goal range. They couldn't capitalize. And this majorly happened in the first half of the game. One, they faked a field goal, and I don't know what the hell happened there. It was a terrible play. Terrible play. And whenever these plays involve the kicker running or punter running, it's not going to work. So I don't know why they're at least throwing the ball, because whenever these people are running, it doesn't work, in my experiences, unless if it's the preseason. So, first of all, stupid decision there. And give some credit to the Baltimore Ravens, though, because the Ravens, you could say, yeah, the Steelers don't know how to get it done as soon as they get near field goal range. They don't know how to have that killer instinct, but at the same time, the Ravens are great. I mean, the Ravens are great on defense at stopping you. When you get to goal line situations, when you get to the red zone, we stop you, and we make you kick field goals. We make you go for it on fourth down. That's what we do. We're the Baltimore Ravens, and they did that. Great job by the Baltimore Ravens defense. Now, they allowed 20 points, which is a lot for them, but still, great job by the Baltimore Ravens defense. Great job by their quarterbacks all night long. Then Big Ben tried to get his shots down the field. Didn't work, and some of that falls on Emmanuel Sanders for dropping some of them, Antonio Brown for dropping some of him for himself. So, I mean, you can put some blame on them, but excellent job by the Ravens corners. I can't say the same for their pass rush. They got no pass rush this game, and that's unbelievable because Terrell Suggs is on your team. He gets 9. He already has 9 sacks on the season. Elvis Dumervil, he came in and out of the game. He didn't do anything. You got to get more pressure if you want to make the playoffs, because that's what the biggest goal is for the Baltimore Ravens. We got to make the playoffs, because once we get in the playoffs, who knows what's going to happen? We're going to go on the road. We're going to face Cincinnati. And hell, well, the division isn't even over yet, so maybe they can win the division. So this is a huge game. Steelers didn't get it done. To me, their season is about over. Now, maybe they can put it together, win the last 4, but I look at Green Bay, and it's week 16. Aaron Rodgers will be back. And Aaron Rodgers, he's going to tear up this Steelers defense. I'm sorry. I mean, we saw what Calvin Johnson did and the Lions offense did. And, well, the Steelers were able to win that game, but still, I don't like their chances in Green Bay. That's a loss. I think that's a definitive loss. Aaron Rodgers is going to be winning games like that when he comes back. He's mad. You saw him throwing that clipboard today. He's mad. Don't like the Steelers' chances. Ravens, because the Ravens are in every single game, and I say this time and time again, They're in every single game. Every single one of their games is close. They lost in overtime by 3 to the Chicago Bears. They lost by 6 to the Cleveland Browns. Every single one of their losses is close. Lost by 2 to the Green Bay Packers. Lost by 3 to the Steelers earlier in the year. Their defense keeps them in games. So when your defense does that, you can win every game. You can win every game. They face Minnesota, Green Bay, Cincinnati, and someone else, and they can win all those games. So the Ravens are still big contenders. They could get hot and go to the playoffs, and once they get in, we know it can happen. We just saw it last season. But there you go, Le'Veon Bell. Hopefully he's okay because he got the lights knocked out of him. Wow, this guy got murdered out there. I mean, it's ridiculous. And how about Jacoby Jones and the idiot Justin Tucker? 5 field goals today for Justin Tucker. Eating that turkey on the sideline after the game. Not on the sideline, but on the field after the game. I found that to be pretty entertaining. Jacoby Jones, Mike Tomlin. Yeah, let's talk about Mike Tomlin. What are you doing, Mike? This guy tried to get in Jacoby Jones' way. I've never seen anything like that before in my life, where the coach is getting in the way that he whoops, my bad. Okay, I don't know, maybe not a lot of you are NBA fans, but it's hilarious to me that Jason Kidd did something very similar. Everyone knows who Jason Kidd is. Well, this guy is now the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets, and he told his player, hey, hit me. And then he spilled a drink all over the court. I couldn't. It's so similar. These coaches are trying to sabotage, and it's hilarious to me. I'm laughing my ass off. By the way, Mike Tomlin looks like Will.i.am and Omar Epps. They look alike. So anyway, that's the end of this video. James Carter TV. What an AFC North battle. I hate. The people said, oh, the Steelers, this is going to be so boring. What are you talking about? 9 out of the last 10 matchups between these two teams have been decided by these many points. 3 or less. Okay, how can you not love that? They're so chippy, they're so gritty, I love it. Ravens still can't run the football. They need to fix that if they really want to make the playoffs, but it's looking better for my Tennessee Titans, yeah. So with that said, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.